tragic mystery. You could have left me here, still inside the blood. No one would ever know. A loss of control. The power lives in me. The power that is me. We are destined fire, trapped in a lost machine. Don't know how long we've waited as the Eggman's watching. We are destined fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we've waited as the Eggman watches.
19 years. It's been 19 years. 19 years of waiting for a perfect Shadow the Hedgehog game. 19 years of jealousy over Sonic always have his own mainline games. 19 years of waiting for a Shadow mod so that I can enjoy every new Sonic game. And 19 years of hoping Sega would make another Shadow standalone game or a sequel. And was all the waiting worth it? Yes. Yes it is. They cooked this game hard, and I mean really hard. When I was a kid and just a regular fan of Sonic, I wasn't really into it much, but I liked the game, just not enjoying playing as Sonic much. Rode just a hedgehog who can run fast and he's blue. Yeah, that's it. Nothing really stood out to me much, but after I discovered Sonic Adventure 2 and saw this dark Sonic named Shadow the Hedgehog, my jaw immediately dropped. He is truly the definition of the coolest, edgiest, emo-looking main protagonist hedgehog I've ever seen. And what makes him stand out more to me than Sonic is his story with Maria, his personality, and the way he skates with his goddamn air shoe. It's just so goddamn swagger than Sonic. He's also the reason why, as a kid, I always embraced being an edgy and emo like him, thinking it would make me look like a badass everywhere I went, but instead I turned out to be a joke. Anyway, after Sonic Adventure 2, I wanted to try all the games where Shadow was a playable character because ever since his debut, I only enjoyed playing as him. From that point on, I developed something I like to call the "if there's no Shadow in it, I ain't playing" disease. Yeah, I make that up. Even though Sonic gameplay is pretty much the same as Shadow, I just didn't enjoy playing as Sonic anymore. Look, I still like Sonic, but more as a side character, even though Bro is literally the main character himself. So I tried Heroes. It was okay. I love the dynamic between Shadow, Rouge, and Omega throughout the story. It's just that I wish the gameplay focused more on Shadow alone. Next is Shadow the Hedgehog, and oh boy, this game, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this was his first standalone game, and Sega did cook hard with those banger soundtracks. Shadow looked even more edgy and emo to the point where Bro can pick up a gun and start shooting in this game. In the part where he even gets his own motorcycle, absolute badass in every way. But man, they cook it too hard and it ended up burning like crazy. Especially the gameplay is even jankier than Sonic Heroes, that I find myself very hard to enjoy the game. The story, level design, and other elements are alright. I still like the game to this day because it's his first standalone title, and the ability to pick up any guns and shoot everything is undeniably very unique for him. It's just a shame they overcook it to the point it couldn't quite become the masterpiece it had the potential to be. Sonic 06. Oh boy. This game is a disaster. It's aimed to be a next-gen title, but bad things happen and the rest is history. I don't even know if it is count as Shadow's second standalone game. I mean, it had 3 playable characters. We got Sonic, Silver, and Shadow. Shadow does have its own story arc and playstyle, but since the game is primarily focused on Sonic, had a stupid, convoluted multi-character storyline, it's not really a full-fledged Shadow game to me. Plus, he's more of a supporting character here rather than the main one. But what's great about this game is that Shadow himself is in it. Yeah, no kidding, his story. Oh my god, even if this game is a disaster, it sure as hell has a better storyline than the rest for me. Especially for Shadow only. He's still edgy to me by the way, but now he looks more mature and confident compared to his personality in his other games. And I love it. To me, this was the best version of Shadow during that time, of course. Even the last cutscene proved everything I've said about him.
So you say. It's futile. The world will betray you. Why fight at all? Why risk your life for those who will persecute you later?
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
Don't hate me y'all, it's just an opinion. Gameplays wise, definitely more enjoyable than Sonic and Silver. Hell, maybe even every single goddamn character in that game. And I'm not glazing him. Never mind, I think I'm actually glazing him. Whatever. There are more games that have Shadow as a playable character too, like Battle or the Black Knight, but I've never played those games, so I don't know much about them. Since then, I've been waiting for another Shadow game, but nope. Sega is like, yeah, I think Sonic is our primary moneymaker compared to Shadow, so let's just skip him, because I don't think anyone cares about him anymore. It's sad for me, to be honest, because I feel like his story isn't over yet. He still have a lot of untold story and adventure in it. Over the years, I'm just hoping for a perfect Shadow game to exist. I found Sonic Omen, which was good because, you know, playable Shadow. But it wasn't really on par with what Sega made for Shadow, and they screw up the boosting animation. Like, come on, how hard is it to make a toggle to switch between hovering or skating animation? And because of that, you guys ruined the whole game for me. I'm gonna switch my rating from 7 out of 10 to 2 out of 10. I am sorry. Plus, it have too many drama that I didn't want to get involved because I don't care. Every year, whenever a new Sonic game comes out, I'm literally just waiting for a perfect Shadow mod to be made for it. Then I buy the game, mod it, and pretend it's a new Shadow game. It's kinda depressed. It makes me look like an idiot and a pathetic at the same time. But this is literally what I've been doing over the years while Shadow still didn't have its own game. So I make a video about I wish Shadow the Hedgehog remake were real. And holy crap. After that video I made, probably back in December, 3 months later, I don't know, we got Shadow Generation out of nowhere. I swear, I feel like Sega always keep an eye on my channel whenever I wish for something. It's such a damn coincidence. I don't know if Sega literally watching me right now or not. Last time, I asked for Yakuza Ishin to be ported to PC, and they actually did it. Same goes for Shadow the Hedgehog as well. Not a remake, but a second standalone game instead. Never mind, maybe Track was right. Maybe I'm parasocial after all. Anyway, back to the topic. Sega cooked this game so hard that my jaw dropped twice. I mean, they cooked it perfectly this time. No more burn, just straight up delicious. They even call it the Years of Shadow to let people know that Shadow is back, baby! Even though 19 years is a long wait for another Shadow sequel, they didn't turn it into a disaster. They make it a masterpiece instead. I absolutely love it from the bottom of my heart. Not to mention the incredible anime adaptation of the game itself. The animation, the art style they chose for Shadow's story are just stunning and awesome in every way possible. And let's not forget his debut in the Sonic 3 movie, plus an amazing movie pack level for the game too? Can we get much higher? So high. Alright, that's enough yapping. It's time for me to show you guys why Shadow Generation is a beautifully crafted masterpiece to me. Now first, let's talk about the gameplay. It's like Frontiers, but even better. The control felt snappy, smooth and responsive, with almost no flaw at all. It might feel a bit stiff during your first playthrough, but the more you play, the better you understand Shadow movements and the unique feelings of controlling him. It's truly amazing that after all this time, we finally have the first proper game for Shadow featuring the boost formula with refined control and movement. It's unbelievable to me. On top of that, he has tons, and I mean a lot of features that make him stand out even more than Sonic. First off, the chaos control. This ability will feel each time you destroy an enemy or this, and it's amazing because not only you can use it to stop time, but it's also free the environment around you, allowing you to take advantage of shortcut and clear level faster. Not to mention, Chaos Control also stops your in-game timer, making earning an extra rank almost as easy as frying an egg. And Doom powers? Oh man, where do I even start with this bad boy? It's just straight up badass in every way possible. We got Doom Spear, allowing him to stun enemies, leaving them stuck like an idiot. You can also use it to open doors or create shortcuts. Second is Doom Blast, let him launch enemy into the air and kick the living crap out of them for a distant shortcut opportunity. Third one is Doom Surge. It's basically a Shadow Rider spin-off game within the main game itself. Fourth is the Doom Morph, basically turns Shadow into Spider-Man, that's it. Fifth and final is Doom Wings, literally the coolest and edgiest thing Sega could come up with for Shadow. You can use it to fly across huge chunk of map for a short period of time, although he's unable to do cool drifting like Sonic. It wasn't added for him for a reason, and it's come up with a trade-off, the level design. Now, it won't be a good Shadow game without solid level design. Shadow has a total of 7 acts. 6 acts based on its past and future, and 1 act set in a different universe. And to anyone who said this game would have the same level design as Forces, I think you might need to log off the internet before it's too late. Seriously, you got it all wrong from the start, and honestly, I doubted it at first too. Anyway, back to the topic. We got Spade Colony Art. This stage is an amazing introduction level. It's how players get used to the controls, movement, and ability. And let's not forget that one QTE where Shadow punched the heck out of that rocket. It's never get old for me. And that banger soundtrack playing in the background, it's just pure exaggerated swagger of a black hedgehog. Second is Rail Canyon. This stage feels like a glimpse of what Sonic Hero 2 would look like in this era. It's packed with so much rail grinding, but it's still ridiculously fun. Third is Kingdom Valley. What can I even say? It's so goddamn good. The song, the scenery, the atmosphere, the surrounding, it's all just beautiful. It made me wish we could get a perfect Sonic 06 remake someday, even though I know it will never gonna happen. Bruh. Fourth is Sunset Heist. This level felt like an apology letter from Sega for how criminally short it was in Force. They fully realized its potential here and turning it into the definitive version of what it should have been. Fifth one is Chaos Island. I didn't expect this stage to show up, but man, it's delivered. It sometimes feels linear, yet still managed to be open and free-flowing at the same time. And honestly, I think it's worked either way. Sixth is Radical Highway, and I only have one word for this stage: breathtaking. And the last one is Tokyo, a special movie pack DLC for the upcoming Sonic 3. Featuring Keanu Reeves himself. Dick. It looked amazing. I never thought I'd get to play a level like this. One that isn't typically present in Sonic game much. The city, the neon signs, everything is so goddamn gorgeous to look at. Let's not forget, it was the first game to feature something like a transition level design from one to another, like Space Colony Art, Rain Canyon, and Sunset Heights. All have moments where in the middle of the level, Black Doom shows up, speaks some gibberish to Shadow, and then the whole stage we used to run through, boom, transition to a new stage that Black Doom created for Shadow. And holy crap, how cool can this game get? I really freaking love the mid-level transition. They are just way too awesome for me to handle. Now I see why Black Doom himself developed an obsession with Radical Highway. I think he just liked Radical Highway because it's cool. And I couldn't agree more with that statement. Like Sonic Generation, Shadow Generation also had 2 acts per zone. Unlike Sonic where every modern level always had that 2D sections, Shadow Generation split it into 2. Act 1 is completely 3D, while Act 2 is fully 2D. I really love this approach. While I'm not the biggest fan of 2D games, it's great that I can experience this game entirely in 3D. And if I ever get bored of 3D, I can just switch to the 2D level instead. Even to this day, I still find new things in each level every time I replay it. There are dozens, maybe even countless things you could miss. Oh, you thought you figured out cool shortcut? Think again, because there's another alternative shortcut, and another one, and so on. I haven't talked much about the 2D section for Shadow because, as I mentioned, I'm not really a big fan of 2D stuff. But overall, the level design is fine to me. Although I do wish they have taken more inspiration from Color, because to me, these 2D sections felt more like Frontier cyberspace, which I'm not really a big fan of. Also, there's Challenge Stage, which I'll keep it short. It's fun, challenging, cool, awesome, radical, I don't know. I really don't have much to say about Challenge Stage. I like it, but I don't play it much. Last but not least, the Hub World or White Space. There isn't much for me to say about the White Space itself. Its simplicity yet surprisingly enjoyable, making it a peaceful environment to run and take a look around. You can collect tokens from each arc, which unlock chests containing artwork, soundtrack, and more, which you can find them in Shadow Collection Room. They are also challenges scattered throughout the place, making the hub world more fun to explore and interact. It's also a nice place to take a break to relax yourself after earning a high score or complete a level. Now, it won't be a good video game without the soundtrack, and this game absolutely cook again. Every single track is straight up top tier banger material. We got Space Colony Nod, had that iconic thing, and Rain Canyon hit you with that boom, doom, 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 doom. And Kingdom Valley with that dramatic adds so much added energy throughout your gameplay. It's literally impossible not to get hyped from it. If you don't like these musics, you are not on my level.
I would never cry to a
Shadow Generation soundtracks.
Let's be honest. I am a man.
The graphic and visual effects, they really nail it with the graphic in this game. It helped enhance both the gameplay and narrative, especially with the beautifully designed environment and level layout. The dynamic lighting, detailed textures, and smooth animation make each level incredible to play. Wait, do animation even count as a graphic? Whatever. Truly giving it a next-gen feel to it. I'm sorry Sonic Colors, but you have to take the second place. Shadow Generation deserves the top spot for me. Now for the story. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I do not want to talk about the story itself in this video because I feel like you guys should watch it by yourself to get the emotion out of your system and to help you understand just how freaking beautiful the story is for this game. It just worked better than someone telling the story for you, but for the sake of this video, I will keep the whole story short to the point. You would just go watch it yourself. And yes, like I said before, there will be spoilers. Now, my story might be a bit too lame and stupid at the same time, but I will keep it as short as possible so you can understand the whole story itself. Let's start with the dark beginnings. In episode 1, we see a vision from Shadow Pass where just him and Maria are enjoying their views of the Aurora Borealis on the space colony yard. Wait, is this Half-Life 3 reference? No way! Sorry, anyway. It's all chilling and comfy until she suddenly almost passes out. And you already know why. She has a disease, an uncurable one. But the only one who can cure it is none other than Shadow himself. As Maria shows her excitement about going to Earth, Shadow feels like there isn't a place for him to be there because he was created as the ultimate life form. But he still hasn't found any cure for Maria's disease since the day he was created. And then suddenly,
you and Grandfather are doing your best.
yo, can we get a replays right now? I mean, like, come on guys, the animators, they were cooking hard with this scene. It hit my heart so badly because there's now a lot of more focus on their friendship between Shadow and Maria than how older game shows is to us back then. We never got to see them interact much with each other, even though Maria plays a huge part in Shadow's story. The older game just kept it short and simple. Out of nowhere, a big goddamn explosion happens, and Emerald just walk out like a badass and start destroying everything just to get to Jero. Shadow, being a badass himself too, comes straight at Emerald to beat the living crap out of him. They have no freaking business making this goddamn fight scene so well animated and choreographed. It's mind blowing. And after that final blow, a bunch of glass shatters and falls down like he in some sort of a dream or they fall. Turns out, this is all just Shadow memories. Memories that's already happened. But they act like a nightmare to him, and this nightmare is dark, and I mean it. A memory of Jero stuck inside a prison with no escape. A memory of Maria getting shot by guns while he's unable to help her. And then Black Doom. He's just there, yeah. Shadow wakes up in the present day, looking up at the art, hoping he could find more answer to stop this nightmare memories probably created by Black Doom himself that keeps coming back to him. And holy crap, Eggman wasn't kidding. He really did piss on the moon. I thought it was an uncanon story, but never mind. Now, in episode 2, oh my god, it's the commander guy from Shadow the Hedgehog 2005, but a kid version of him. He bumped into Maria and then just tell her to keep that freak away from him. I don't remember Shadow being freaky, right? Anyway, Shadow stared into a giant glass chamber containing a black-armed creature, and he seemed oddly disturbed. This alien creature DNA is also in his system, and he's comparing himself to it, saying it looked ugly and heartless. And then suddenly,
It's not true. You have a big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it, but I know that deep down you really do care. About me. About everyone. What you do is what defines you. I know you're having a hard time finding answers, but I'm certain you will one day. Then, you'll find even more people you can trust.
man, this scene, it's so beautiful. Still, Gigak, can I please have like 10 minutes of Maria hugging Shadow constantly throughout the story? I'll pay $100 you guys off for my offer. I'm just joking, I just love this scene, man. Back to the present day, Shadow once again being a badass, whipping out tons of robots to look for a spaceship so he could get to the Ark. And then out of nowhere, Roots and Omega shows up to help him. They have no idea how long I've been waiting for this to happen. Team Dark is back, baby, for literally 2 episodes. But hey, it's better than nothing. I just love these 3 so much from the start. More than the rest of the characters. The teamwork, the conversation, the characteristic, just a masterpiece. So after they destroy all the robots, Bruce agreed to help Shadow to get to the ship, but only if he promised to go to Sonic's birthday. And you already know Shadow's reaction to that request. Typical Shadow. You're so goddamn typical. Episode 3. The trio head to the elevator to get to the control room, and suddenly gun soldiers start attacking them. And once again, it's action time for Team Dark. We see Shadow pulling off his edgy and badass ability like chaos control and teleportation, or whatever it is, I don't know. Omega jumped through the glass, grind out around like an absolute boss, rev up his machine gun and start shooting with style, while Rouge prepared to launch the rocket. Now that's what I call teamwork with style. And oh my god, can you believe it? Shadow doesn't kill anyone at all in this scene, like how Kiryu Kazuma had never killed anyone. So does this mean every gun from Shadow the Hedgehog in 2005 is just loaded with rubber bullets? I don't even know what the hell am I even saying right now. After that, Shadow takes off to space in the rocket and prepare to launch to the Ark. But then out of nowhere, gun defense system lock onto the rocket to destroy it. And oh my god, it's him! It's the guy, it's the commander guy from Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 again! He just pressed the button and stopped all the units from attacking the rocket. Such a W. Can we get a W in the comment section for him? Thank you guys. Then we get the cutscene where, Jesus Christ. This scene alone is enough to make a grown man like myself cry like a dumbass idiot. It's just Shadow having a vision of the future about him and Maria enjoying the views on Earth. A future where Maria's disease is finally cured. A future where they live happily together. But deep down, he knows it's just not possible. She's been gone for a long time and he needs to stay focused on the mission. Thinking about it more just hurt him a lot. I just love this final scene so much, and I still feel emotional about it. The friendship, it's truly what made me felt that way, and it still does to this day. And that's the whole Dark Beginning story. Now let's jump into the main game story itself. Shadow arrived to the Ark, checking the place where he was born 50 years ago with Maria and Gerald. Now, it's just a memory. Rouge calls Shadow, telling him to attend Sonic's birthday, and there's free food. But we all know Shadow ain't got no time for that. Suddenly a weird, unusual biosignature thing shows up, and he starts checking it out. Somehow, a fake Chaos Emerald created by Tail is here. I thought it was destroyed from Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know. And then boom, it's the final boss guy from Sonic Generation. He pulled not only Shadow, but Sonic and his friend into the white space. A timeless white voice between dimension of space and time. In there, you see Omega, space colony or timeline, and a black moon. Shadow mission is to restore the timeline and put a stop to whatever Black Doom is plotting for him. After restoring the Ark, Shadow somehow managed to get a new power during the time he was restoring the timeline. He's never able to do this thing before, but he felt natural from it. Suddenly, Maria and Gerald is also in the white space, but to Shadow, he's seen this as just a fragment of memory, and they aren't real, so he needs to stay focused on the mission. After he managed to restore another timeline and getting his new Doom powers, Shadow get to fight Bio Lizard the second time to show who deserves to be the ultimate life form. To me, Bio Lizard is kinda easy boss fight, to be honest. You just jump at the right time and hit at the right time. It's a decent boss fight, but that supporting me remake to the pressure, everything just right. It's just so goddamn perfect and mixed so well. Oh, I love it. After it was back to the white space, the Black Moon cracked itself, and then out of nowhere, Black Doom just shows up to Shadow and congratulates him on his progress, which seems so goddamn excellent to him that his evil plot will work out just fine. And also just to show how cool Radical Highway really is. But when he said that Shadow is his finest creation, oh boy, we're gonna pull that I am all of me. Those puns and kid didn't work out much. Black Doom said he and Shadow weren't ready for this fight yet, Once Shadow obtains and perfect all the power that Black Doom want him to acquire, then the time will come. With no other options left, Shadow continues his mission as always. While he was skating through the white space, a girl screamed coming out of nowhere. He see a group of black arms chasing down a young girl, which none other than Maria herself. Shadow doesn't know that it's Maria, but he's willingly jump in to save the young girl. After the fight, he realized that young girl is none other than Maria. Look at my bro Shadow, he's literally doesn't know what to react or what to do and say. Still trying to process is this even real or not. He guesses that this Maria and Gerald are from the time before the Ark disaster, and he believes he can change their fate, which means he can make the Ark disaster from 50 years ago never happen. When Maria asks if he is alright because he looked grim, we all know what Shadow was thinking at this point, and it might not even end well for him. Look, even Gerald knows what's up, so he continued restoring the timeline, gaining new powers, and we get to fight Metal Overlord. I just love this boss fight for a reason, and that reason is that it gives me a Sonic Rider feeling to it. Riding your surfboard and fighting a giant bot with style have such a Rider resemblance, albeit more simplified. It's still, once again, an easy boss fight, but you need to get your jump timing right, so you won't get hit. And that what I'm made of hits so damn hard, like
Try to reach inside of me, try to drain my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of.
making such a good and energetic boss fight for me. I'm not kidding at all. After that, back in White Space, Shadow Doom power seemed to have awakened inside him even more. Maria see Shadow staring at his hand thinking he's in pain or something, but nope, he isn't. That's because he's already has half of Black Doom DNA inside him. Gerald make a deal with Black Doom himself so that Shadow could be created. That's why he felt the connection between him and the symbol in the sky. And because of that, every time Shadow obtained new power, which means Black Doom also grows stronger too, because they both share the same DNA. Now the reason why he was made a deal with him was because at first, treating Maria on Earth was impossible, so he had no choice but to take her to the Ark, where he could find a way to cure her disease, even if her parents didn't like that idea. Gerald's first attempt to create the ultimate life form to cure Maria was a failure, so Black Doom reached out to Gerald and offered him chaos control. He accepted, and with Doom DNA, the ultimate life form was born. Black Doom wanted Gerald to return Shadow to him in the future, but we all know Shadow because he take this song too seriously to the point he take this new power to destroy Black Doom once again like no problem. As Shadow continued with his mission, surprise surprise, he met Sonic. And oh boy, this might be one of the best cinematic battle recreation of Sonic Generation I've ever seen. I just love that Shadow take this fight fair and well. Although Sonic eventually beat him and gets his emerald, Shadow, being a smart ass, swapped the real one with the fake one, and Sonic just take the bait. Because Shadow needed the real one to teach his second dad a lesson. Clever as always. The best thing about this scene for me is that Shadow is literally skating while he's boosting instead of hovering. It's like the team acknowledged just how cool he is when he's skating in a cutscene. That's the only good thing about the scene. Like how they designed Shadow to make him unique. Just like Sonic. The sway, the skating, the movement, the style of it. If only they could have just added a single toggle skating animation for his gameplay to show that iconic stylish Shadow skating, it would be nice. Right, Sonic team? Right? After restoring more of the timeline, Shadow now up against Memphis. And holy crap, I thought they didn't care about 06 because how terrible it is, but I was wrong. The gameplay might sucks, but I know 06 story is one of the best things to ever exist in that game. Especially Shadow's story, and Memphis is super important in that part. It's cool that they brought him back for Shadow Generation. The boss fight itself is better than the rest I've encountered. Sure, they have that same dodge and attack when you have the chance, just like the other boss. But this one executes perfectly, in a way that's really enjoyable to fight with. Not to mention that soundtrack slap, it really fit the atmosphere, that intense and eerie. And I cannot forget the freaking QTE. Straight up badass. Can he not be in a badass edgy hedgehog for once? After that, Shadow returned to meet with his family, and look at how excited Maria was until his deadbeat dad, Black Doom, shows up to ruin the mood. Shadow instinctively jumped into action to protect him. Black Doom once again yapping about how Shadow is going to be his warrior soon, until Maria just straight up said this.
Shadow will never serve you. He's nothing like you.
Damn girl, chill. We all know what Shadow going to respond with.
Yes, the warrior that will destroy you.
Black Doom has learned his lesson from their last encounter, and this time he is 100% sure he's going to get Shadow very soon, with his new epic radical highway sections he was about to create for him. Gerald said that it seems Shadow must have beaten him in the future, at least from his perspective. But now that he's regained his body and is using the waste space to get revenge on what Shadow did to him, this next scene is just...
For revenge. He's right. No more mistakes. This time, I will crush every last one of them.
Shadow, no!
Maria?
It breaks my heart to see you so full of anger. This isn't who you are. Do you know why I named you Shadow? Because without light, there's only darkness. But a shadow will show you where to find the light. Do you understand? I don't want you to be driven by darkness. I want you to be happy. Stand in the light with peace in your heart.
I'm not hiding this anymore. I might even shed a little bit of tears when I saw this scene for the first time. It's just so beautiful in a way I can't even describe it. Shadow anger makes his aura grow darker, but then Maria jumped in to calm him down. The way she explained why Shadow is his name is a perfect choice of word, and the way she talked about it is so warm, charming. It melts Shadow anger away. Without light, there's only darkness, but a shadow will show you where to find the light. It carries so much meaning behind it, and it's a damn good quote, I must say. Once he's finally obtained his final Doom power, Shadow is ready to confront Black Doom and take down his deadbeat dad one last time. You know what I love about this scene? Even though Black Doom kept taunting him, trying to make him show his dark aura and get him angry again, Shadow is no longer have that dark aura. Instead, he's now have a light aura, symbolizing his growth and control over his emotions. Gerald apologized for putting him on this path, but he's proud of how far Shadow has come, even calling him his son. This might be the only time they get screen time together, and it really highlights that father and son relationship. I love it so much. And this scene with him and Maria really touched me deeply. The way they both smile, the way they talk to each other, the way they let go of each other's hand, it's just so beautifully done. Shadow chose this path because it's who he is and what he wanted to be for Maria, to grant her wish for everyone to have a chance to be happy. It's a powerful scene, showing just how far he's come to truly be himself. After going to Black Doom's most epic radical highway he ever created for Shadow, they finally met and settled this fight once and for all. This is the best freaking boss fight I've ever experienced in a Shadow game. I know Frontier's the coolest one yet, with all the combo and stuff, but Shadow Generation still keep it cool for me. Even though it more simplifies, it still captures the same feeling as Frontier boss fight. Like the first section, Shadow uses Doom Surge, giving him that Rider boss fight gameplay style. The second section having him utilizing Doom Orb to pass through objects one by one. The final section where we start flying around, dodging attack and strike when we have the chance. It just felt so climactic and awesome to me. It makes so well for a final boss fight, all three of them. And the battle QTE sequence is just so goddamn epic. Shadow doesn't even back down one bit because how much power he gained from Black Doom. Even when Black Doom tried to use Chaos Control to capture him, Shadow just countered it, making him even stronger than before. I guess you still didn't learn your lesson, huh, Black Doom? And that, all hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Just fit perfectly in every way possible. I thought it was a big missed opportunity not to use Who I Am to end the boss fight, because that song has such a perfect meaning that could fit this scene. I mean, just take a look at this and see for yourself.
This is the destiny I choose.
I want to be. Try to understand.
Now, to end
This
this!
is what you made me, and you're never gonna change me. You have made me. You can't change me. You don't know me. This is who I am. You have made me. You can't change me. You don't know me. This is who I am. You have made me. You can't change me. You don't know me. This is who
See, I'm not lying, but I guess All Hail Shadow does just that. After defeating Black Doom, Shadow returned to Maria and Gerald, and the look on her face when she sees him is priceless. Because of how overwhelmed she is, she suddenly almost passed out, reminding us that she still has that uncurable disease. Out of nowhere, Gerald and Maria image start to fade away, meaning that Shadow couldn't change their fate. Despite his efforts, he realized that the hope of them being alive and the art disaster never happening is beyond his control at this point. They're going to return to their own timeline again. Shadow immediately thinks of a way to stop this process from happening. He doesn't care about returning the real Emerald or anything else. He's so close to being able to be with them again, and he's willing to do anything to bring them back because he loved them dearly, especially Maria. She was there for him when he needed it most. Without her, he won't be standing here with them by now.
No, I don't want to be frozen in one place in time. Besides, your friends need your help.
But you don't know what's going to happen.
I know I'll see you again. And if fate draws us apart, I will always be in your heart.
Maria. Wait.
This final scene is enough to make a grown man cry. You have no idea how many tears I've shed when I saw their last goodbye to each other. The emotion in that moment is so powerful. Maria and Gerald smile at Shadow as they fade away, and Shadow, left speechless, skate away to fight up the pain of losing them once again. For the first time, his tears drop. It's also bittersweet. The cinematic part really nailed it. The music, the visual, the timing, the animation all come together to make this moment unforgettable. It's a farewell that hits you right in the heart. Shadow Generation is, without a doubt, one of the greatest games I've ever played, and easily the best sequel any Shadow fan could have ever hoped for. From its emotional story to the radical gameplay, banger soundtrack, amazing voice acting, and many more. It perfectly captured everything that made us fall in love with Shadow in the first place. 19 years of waiting for a sequel was a long journey in itself, not just for me, but for all the Shadow fans out there. It was a long ride, but every single moment of it was totally worth it. Adding the excitement of the fearless years of Shadow, the Sonic 3 movie, and the hype around it that make 2024 truly unforgettable, and it's just perfect. You know, I'm kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog, but instead of being the ultimate life form, I'm the ultimate loser. Honestly, this game deserves to be called a masterpiece itself. I don't care if any of you guys have different opinion about the game itself. I can say with full confidence that this game deserves to be called a masterpiece. It sucks that we couldn't get to see Super Shadow form in this game, but we all know he's too badass to transform into super form. He could easily take down Black Doom with a single finger. I'm not kidding. And also the fact that they did Shadow skating dirty by making him hovering instead. Like, come on, Sonic team. You guys can do better than this. You had him skating while boosting with Sonic in the cinematic cutscene, but in the actual game, that's just straight up stupid. Honestly, it's so bad that I'm giving the game a 7 out of 10 because of that decision. It wouldn't have been that hard to add a skating toggle animation for Shadow in the setting. Just reuse the animation and speed it up a little, like how RGG did. It's such a small detail, but it would make all the differences. We all know Shadow for his badass stylish skating is what makes him unique. Just like Sonic iconic speed with his leg, taking away Shadow's iconic skating, even when he's boosting, strip away a part of what makes him stand out as a character. It is his identity, his style, his accents. Sonic team, if you're planning to make another Shadow game in the future, please acknowledge this. Do not let one of Shadow iconic style be overlooked. Let him shine the way he was meant to. What the heck I just said? But hey, prop to all the mother out there who make it happen for me. That's why I'm giving it back the 10 out of 10 score. You guys should be thankful for them, because they know how to do justice for Shadow. All jokes aside, despite those flaws, it's still a masterpiece. I may have my issue, but nothing can take away from just how amazing this game is overall. And do I think this will be the last Shadow game? Absolutely not, because this game concludes the story arc of Shadow, Maria, and Jero. There's so much potential for new adventure, just as Sonic continues to have countless games with fresh story and cool adventure. Shadow can absolutely follow that same path. I can't wait to see what Sarah might cook up next for him. And that's why Shadow Generation is truly a beautifully crafted masterpiece. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day, and be sure to keep moving forward as always. See ya!